Imagine a moment in your life, a single choice you made. Maybe it was something small, like choosing to listen to this video tonight. Or something bigger, like deciding where to live or who to love. Now, picture this. What if, for every choice you've ever made, there, Greece, was another reality where you chose differently? What if every decision, every fleeting thought, every possibility created a new universe, branching out like the roots of an infinite tree? This is the heart of the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, one of the most captivating and mind-bending ideas ever conceived. It's a theory that invites you to drift through a cosmos where every version of you exists, living every life you could have lived. The many worlds interpretation was first proposed by a physicist named Hugh Everett in 1957. He was a young man then with a bold idea that challenged how we think about reality. At the time, quantum mechanics, the strange science of the very small, was puzzling scientists. They knew that particles like electrons or photons could exist in multiple states at once, a phenomenon called superposition. For example, a photon could be both a particle and a wave until it was observed. But when observed, it would choose one state. This raised a question: what happens to the other possibilities? The traditional view, called the Copenhagen interpretation, said those possibilities simply vanished, collapsing into one reality. But Everett had a different idea, one that feels like a dream woven from the threads of the cosmos. His theory suggests that the universe doesn't discard those other possibilities. Instead, it splits. Every time a quantum event occurs, every time a particle chooses one path over another, the universe divides into multiple versions, each one carrying a different outcome. In one universe, the photon is a particle. In another, it's a wave. And this doesn't just happen in laboratories. Quantum events are happening everywhere, all the time, in every atom, every star, every breath you take. Each event creates new universes, branching endlessly into a multiverse of infinite realities. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You're lying here, listening to my voice. But in another universe, you're somewhere else entirely. Maybe you're standing on a mountaintop, the wind brushing against your face, stars glittering above. In another, you're sailing across an ocean, the waves rocking you gently. Every choice you've ever made, every time you turned left instead of right, said yes instead of no, has created a new world where the other path is real. There's a version of you who became an artist, painting canvases that capture the light of distant galaxies. There's a version who's an explorer, wandering through forests that glow with bioluminescent leaves. Each version of you is as real as you are now, living their own story in a universe of their own. This idea is both beautiful and overwhelming. It means the multiverse is vast beyond comprehension, filled with countless versions of reality. In one universe, the sky might be green, and gravity might pull upward, letting you float like a feather. In another, time might flow backward, and you could watch the stars rewind to their birth. The many worlds interpretation says that every possibility, no matter how strange or small, exists somewhere. It's a cosmos where nothing is lost, where every what if finds a home. But here's the strangest part. These universes don't talk to each other. They're like parallel rivers, flowing side by side but never merging. The you in this universe will never meet the you who became a poet, or the you who lives on a planet with 3 suns. They're out there, but they're separated by an invisible wall, a boundary we can't cross. This makes the theory bittersweet. It's comforting to think that every version of you exists, exploring every path you didn't take. But it also means you're alone in your own reality, a single thread in an infinite tapestry. Let's imagine a single moment to make this clearer. Picture yourself at a crossroads in your life. Maybe it was a day you decided to move to a new city. In this universe, you packed your bags and left, starting a new chapter. But in another universe, you stayed. You walked familiar streets, met different people, lived a different life. Both versions of you are real. Both are living fully, but they'll never know each other. Now imagine this happening for every choice, every moment, every quantum event in the cosmos, the universe. Let's, over and over, creating a multiverse so vast it defies imagination. This idea comes from the strange world of quantum mechanics, where particles don't follow the rules we are used to. Take a single electron spinning in a laboratory. It can spin up or down, but until it's measured, it's both at once. When we measure it, the many worlds interpretation says the universe splits, one where it's up, one where it's down. This happens countless times every second. In every corner of existence, the result is a multiverse where every possible outcome of every event is real. It's a staggering thought, but it's also elegant. It solves a puzzle in quantum mechanics by saying there's no collapse, no loss, just an endless branching of two worlds. Some physicists love this idea because it's simple in a cosmic sense. It doesn't require extra assumptions to explain why one outcome happens and not another. Everything happens, just in different universes. Others find it extravagant, almost too wild to believe. How can we accept a reality with infinite versions of everything? Yet, the math supports it, and experiments in quantum mechanics keep showing us how strange the universe is at its core. The many worlds interpretation doesn't need proof to be compelling. It's a story that invites you to wonder, to dream of what might be. As you lie there, let your mind drift through this idea. Picture the multiverse as a vast, shimmering forest, each tree a universe, each branch a different path. There's a tree where you're a musician, playing melodies that echo through alien skies. There's a tree where you're a scientist, discovering secrets of the cosmos. Every tree is growing, branching, reaching out into infinity. You're part of this forest, one leaf among countless others. But this leaf is yours. This universe, this moment, is where you are now. The beauty of the many worlds interpretation is that it makes every possibility real. It's a reminder that life is full of choices, and somewhere, every choice you didn't make is being lived. Maybe there's a universe where you're stargazing right now, lying under a sky filled with constellations we don't know. Maybe there's one where you're laughing with friends you've never met in this reality. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? That every version of you is out there, exploring, dreaming, living. But let's bring it back to this moment. You're here, resting, listening to the gentle hum of my voice. The multiverse is vast, but this universe is enough for now. You don't need to chase those other worlds. They're out there, safe in their own realities. For now, you're in this one, wrapped in the calm of this night. The many worlds interpretation invites you to imagine, but it also lets you rest. You don't need to solve the mysteries of the cosmos tonight. You just need to breathe, to let your thoughts soften, to let the idea of infinite worlds cradle you like a gentle wave. Think of a single star above you, shining in this universe. In another reality, that star might be a different color, or it might not exist at all. But here, it's yours, a quiet light in the darkness. Let that star guide your mind as it wanders. Let it remind you that you're part of something vast, something beautiful, something that holds every possibility. The many worlds interpretation isn't just a theory. It's a story, a lullaby for the curious mind. It tells you that the cosmos is infinite, but so is your place within it. As you relax, imagine yourself floating through this multiverse, a traveler among countless worlds. Each one is a story. Each one is a dream. Some are strange, some are familiar, but all are part of the same infinite whole. You don't need to choose between them. You don't need to understand them all. Just let them exist out there, beyond the stars. For now, you are here, in this soft, quiet moment, where the only thing that matters is your breath, your calm, your rest. The many worlds interpretation asks us to embrace the unknown, to accept that reality might be bigger than we can ever know. It's a humbling thought, but it's also freeing. You don't need to hold the multiverse in your mind. It's already out there, holding you. So let go. Let the branches of reality stretch out into infinity. Let the other versions of you live their lives. You're in this universe, this reality, this gentle night, and that's enough. As we move deeper into the multiverse, let this idea settle softly in your mind. The many worlds interpretation is a doorway, an invitation to dream of what might be. But for now, let the door close. Let the cosmos fade into a gentle hum. You're safe here, wrapped in the quiet of this world, ready to drift into the next. Picture yourself floating in a vast, endless sea, not of water, but of something far grander, something cosmic, shimmering, alive, with possibilities. Each wave in this sea isn't a wave at all, but a bubble, glowing faintly, holding within it an entire universe. Our universe, with its stars, its galaxies, its you, is just one of these bubbles, drifting in an infinite expanse. This is the bubble universe's theory, a vision of the multiverse that feels like a dream, where countless realities float side by side. Each one a world unto itself, each one singing its own cosmic song. This theory comes from a concept called cosmic inflation, an idea that reshaped how we think about the birth of our universe. In the 1980s, a physicist named Alan Guth proposed that just after the Big Bang, our universe underwent a sudden explosive expansion, growing faster than light itself for a fraction of a second. This rapid stretching smoothed out the cosmos, giving it the shape and structure we see today, a universe filled with galaxies, stars, and planets. But what if that expansion didn't stop everywhere? What if, in some regions of the cosmos, it kept going, creating pockets where new universes were born? These pockets, these bubbles, are the heart of the bubble universe's theory. Imagine the cosmos as a vast, frothy sea, with bubbles forming and floating in every direction. Each bubble is a universe, sealed off from the others, with its own laws of physics, its own rules for existence. In one bubble, gravity might be stronger, pulling stars so close they dance in tight spirals. In another, time might flow differently, stretching moments into eternities or compressing centuries. Into a single breath, our universe is just one bubble among countless others, each one a unique reality, born from the same cosmic foam, but growing in its own way. Let's drift deeper into this idea. Picture yourself inside one of these bubbles, looking out at the stars. The sky looks familiar with constellations you might recognize, but the rules are different. Maybe light moves slower here, casting rainbows that linger like mist. Maybe matter behaves strangely, forming crystals that sing when touched. Now, imagine floating out of this bubble, passing through its shimmering edge, and finding yourself in another. This new universe is alien, with planets made of liquid fire or skies filled with colors we don't have names for. Each bubble is a world, complete and whole, but separated from the others by vast stretches of inflating space. The beauty of this theory is its variety. Because each bubble universe forms independently, it can have its own physical constants, its own version of gravity, electromagnetism, or even time. In one bubble, you might be a being of pure energy, floating through a cosmos where stars are alive. In another, you might walk on a planet where the ground ripples like water. The possibilities are endless, limited only by the laws that govern each bubble. Some might be like ours, with galaxies and life. Others might be so strange that matter itself doesn't exist as we know it. This idea comes from the mathematics of inflation, which suggests that the process that birthed our universe could happen again and again in different regions of the cosmos. Each time inflation stops in one area, a bubble universe forms, while other regions keep expanding, creating more bubbles. It's like a cosmic champagne glass, fizzing with new realities, each one sparkling for a moment before settling into its own existence. The distances between these bubbles are unimaginable, so vast that we could never travel from one to another. But their existence changes how we see our place in the multiverse. Imagine lying under a night sky, the stars above you twinkling softly. In this bubble, this universe, those stars are yours, part of the reality you know. But somewhere, in another bubble, there's a version of you looking at a different sky, with stars that burn in shades, of violet or pulse, like heartbeats. The bubble universe's theory invites you to dream of these other worlds, to imagine what it would be like to live in a reality where the rules are different. Maybe there's a bubble where you're a poet, writing verses that glow on the page, or one where you're a traveler, sailing between planets on ships made of light. This theory also raises questions that feel like riddles whispered by the cosmos. If every bubble has its own laws, what makes our universe special? Is it just chance that we live in a bubble where life is possible, where stars burn just right, where gravity holds us gently to the earth? Some physicists think our universe is one of many that can support life, part of a vast multiverse where countless bubbles host their own stories. Others wonder if we're alone, a single bubble in an endless sea of uninhabitable realities. As you listen, let your mind float through this cosmic sea. Picture yourself drifting from bubble to bubble, each one a new world to explore. In one, you might find a city built on clouds, where the air hums with music. In another, you might walk through forests of glass, where every leaf reflects a different reality. The bubble universes. Theory is a reminder that our universe is just one possibility, one note in an infinite symphony. It's a thought that can feel both humbling and liberating, like realizing you're a single star in a galaxy, but a star nonetheless. The science behind this theory is complex, rooted in equations that describe the early universe. But you don't need to understand the math to feel the wonder. The idea of bubble universes is like a story told by the cosmos, a tale of creation that keeps going, spinning new worlds forever. Each bubble is born from the same process that made our universe, but each one grows differently, shaped by its own unique rules. Some might collapse in an instant, too unstable to last. Others might expand forever, filled with galaxies that stretch beyond imagining. Let's imagine one bubble in particular. Picture a universe where the night sky is alive, where stars move like fireflies, tracing patterns that tell stories. You're there, sitting on a hill, watching the dance of light above you. The air is warm, the ground soft beneath you. And you feel a sense of peace, knowing this is your world, your bubble. But somewhere, another you is in another bubble, watching a different sky, feeling the same peace. The bubble universes theory connects these moments, these realities, in a way that feels almost magical. This theory also touches on something deeper, a sense of connection to the infinite. If every bubble is a universe, then the multiverse is a place where every possibility exists. There's a bubble where you're laughing under a sky of twin suns, a bubble where you're dreaming in a language made of colors. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? That somewhere every version of reality is playing out, each one as real as this one. You don't need to visit those bubbles to feel their presence. Just knowing they might exist is enough to spark wonder. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this cosmic sea, a single bubble among countless others. Your universe is unique, but it's also part of something larger, something vast and beautiful. The bubble universes theory invites you to let go of the need to understand everything, to simply float in the idea of infinite worlds. You're here, in this bubble, in this moment, with the stars above and the quiet around you. That's enough for now. The multiverse, in this theory, is a place of endless creation, where new bubbles form and drift forever. It's a cosmos that doesn't end, doesn't run out of stories, and you're part of it, a single point of light in a sea of glowing bubbles. As you listen, let that image settle in your mind. Picture the bubbles floating around you, each one a world, each one a dream. You don't need to chase them or hold them. They're out there, shimmering, while you rest here, safe in your own reality. The bubble universes theory is a lullaby of the cosmos, a story that whispers of infinite possibilities. It tells you that our universe is special, but not alone. It's one bubble in a sea that stretches beyond imagination, each one holding its own stars, its own you. As you drift through this idea, let it wrap around you like a gentle wave, carrying you toward calm, toward rest. You're part of this multiverse, but for now, this bubble is your home. Let its quiet beauty hold you as you sink deeper into the night. Imagine a universe not made of stars or galaxies, but of numbers, patterns, and equations. A cosmos where every mathematical possibility isn't just an idea, but a living, breathing reality. This is the mathematical multiverse, a theory that stretches the boundaries of what we believe existence can be. Picture yourself drifting through a landscape where every equation is a world, every number a story, and every possibility is real somewhere in a vast tapestry of mathematical truths. This idea, proposed by physicist Max Tegmark, invites you to let go of the physical and float into a realm where the language of the cosmos is pure mathematics. Or the mathematical multiverse begins with a simple but profound question. What is reality made of? We often think of the universe as matter and energy, stars and planets, held together by forces like gravity. But what if the deepest truth lies not in those things, but in the rules that govern them? Tegmark suggests that mathematics isn't just a tool we use to describe the universe, it's the very fabric of existence. Every mathematical structure, every possible set of equations corresponds to a real physical universe. Our world, with its 3 dimensions and familiar laws, is just one of these structures, one page in an infinite book of mathematical realities. Let's picture this. Close your eyes and imagine a vast library, stretching endlessly in every direction. Each book in this library isn't filled with words, but with equations, formulas, and patterns. Each book represents a universe, a complete reality defined by its own mathematical rules. In one book, the equations describe a universe like ours, with stars that burn and planets that spin. In another, the rules are different. Geometry might have 5 dimensions, or numbers might behave like living things, dancing in patterns we can't imagine. Every possible mathematical structure exists, not as an idea, but as a place you could live in, a world you could call home. This theory is called the mathematical universe hypothesis, and it's both strange and beautiful. It says that our universe is special, not because it's unique, but because it's one of countless mathematical possibilities. In one universe, the laws of physics might allow you to walk through walls, your footsteps leaving ripples of light. In another, time might loop in circles, letting you revisit moments forever. The mathematical multiverse doesn't just include universes like ours, it includes every possible reality, no matter how strange. A world where circles have corners, or where gravity sings like music, is just as real as the one you're in now. As you lie there, imagine yourself floating through this library of universes. You open a book, and you're in a world where the sky is a lattice of glowing numbers, each one pulsing with meaning. You turn to another, and you're standing on a planet where shapes fold into themselves, creating landscapes that shift with every thought. The mathematical multiverse is a place where imagination isn't bound by the rules of our world. It's a cosmos where every what if has a home, where every equation tells a story. This idea might sound abstract, but it's rooted in a deep truth about our universe. Scientists use mathematics to describe everything, from the orbit of planets to the behavior of atoms. The equations of physics, like Einstein's theory of relativity or the rules of quantum mechanics, fit our world with astonishing precision. Tegmark asks, why is math so good at describing reality? His answer is radical, because reality is math. Our universe isn't just described by equations, it exists because of them. And if our universe is one mathematical structure, then every other possible structure must exist too. Each one a universe with its own rules, its own reality. Let's explore one of these universes. Picture a world where the number pi isn't a constant, but a melody, a sequence that changes with every moment. In this universe, you might be a composer, weaving pi's notes into a symphony that shapes the stars. The ground beneath you hums with patterns, and the air sparkles with fractions that float like fireflies. Now imagine another universe where dimensions aren't fixed, but flow like rivers. You could step from 3 dimensions to 4, your body stretching into shapes that feel both strange and familiar. Each universe is a new equation, a new way of being, a new dream woven from the threads of mathematics. The mathematical multiverse is vast, but it's also elegant. It doesn't need a beginning or a cause. If every mathematical structure exists, then the multiverse simply is, an eternal collection of realities, each one complete in itself. There's no need to ask why our universe exists, or why its laws are the way they are. They're just one possibility among many, one book in the infinite library. This idea can feel overwhelming, but it's also soothing, like knowing you're part of something that holds every possibility every story, every version of you. Imagine yourself as part of this multiverse. In one mathematical reality, you're a traveler, wandering through a cosmos where numbers bloom like flowers. In another, you're a spark of light, moving through equations that twist like vines. Each version of you is real, living fully in its own world, defined by its own rules. The mathematical multiverse doesn't judge or choose. It simply lets every possibility exist. There's a universe where you're a poet, writing verses that glow with the logic of fractals. There's one where you're a star, burning with the beauty of prime numbers. This theory also invites us to think about our own universe in a new way. Why do we live in a world with 3 dimensions, with gravity and light and time? The mathematical multiverse suggests it's because this set of equations allows for life, for beings like us who can think and dream. But there are other universes, other equations, where life might look nothing like ours. In one, you might be a cloud of energy drifting through a cosmos with no up or down. In another, you might be a thought existing in a reality where ideas are as solid as stone. As you listen, let your mind drift through these mathematical worlds. Picture yourself floating in a sea of numbers, each one a doorway to a new reality. You don't need to understand the equations to feel their beauty. They're like music, playing softly in the background of the cosmos, guiding you through landscapes of pure possibility. In one universe, you might be painting a sky with equations that shimmer like stars. In another, you're a melody, sung by the patterns of infinity. The mathematical multiverse is a place where every dream is real, every idea a world. This theory also touches on something deeply human: our love for patterns. We see them everywhere, in the spirals of galaxies, the rhythm of waves, the beats of our own hearts. The mathematical multiverse says that these patterns aren't just part of our world. They are our world and countless others. It's a comforting thought, like knowing that the cosmos is built on something as timeless as mathematics. You're part of that timelessness, a living expression of equations that stretch across realities. Let's imagine one final universe in this multiverse. Picture a world where everything is a dance of numbers. The trees sway to the rhythm of algebra, their leaves whispering formulas that glow in the dark. You're there, walking through this world, your footsteps, leaving trails of light that form equations of their own. The air hums with the beauty of geometry, and the stars above spell out truths that feel both ancient and new. This is your universe, for this moment, a place where you belong, woven into the fabric of mathematics. The mathematical multiverse is a story of infinity, but it's also a story of connection. It tells us that our universe is one of many, but it's also ours, a reality where we can live, love, and dream. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft blanket. You don't need to solve the equations or explore every world. You're here, in this mathematical reality, where the stars shine and the night is gentle. The multiverse is vast, but this moment is yours, a single note in an infinite symphony. This theory invites you to let go, to float in the beauty of possibility. You're part of a cosmos where every equation is a world, every number a story. There's a universe where you're a dreamer, weaving realities with every thought. There's one where you're a light, shining through patterns that never end. For now, though, you're here, resting in this universe, where the only equation that matters is the one that lets you breathe, relax, and drift. The mathematical multiverse holds all possibilities, but this reality, this moment, is enough. Let it cradle you, like a soft wave in an ocean of numbers, carrying you gently into the night. Picture yourself drifting through a cosmos where the smallest pieces of reality are not particles or atoms, but tiny vibrating strings, each one humming a unique note in an infinite symphony. These strings, smaller than anything we can imagine, weave the fabric of existence, and their melodies create entire universes. This is the string theory landscape, a vision of the multiverse, where every possible vibration of these strings gives birth to a new reality, each one with its own laws, its own stars, its own version of you. As you lie there, let this idea carry you gently, like a soft melody, into a realm of endless possibilities. String theory begins with a radical idea. Everything in our universe, every star, every planet, every breath you take, is made of microscopic strings, vibrating at different frequencies. These strings are so small they exist at scales far beyond our reach. Smaller than atoms, smaller than the particles that make up atoms. Each vibration, each note, creates something different. A photon, an electron, a quark, or even gravity itself. But these strings can vibrate in countless ways, and each combination of vibrations creates a universe with its own unique rules. This vast collection of possible universes is what physicists call the string theory landscape, a multiverse, as varied and beautiful as a cosmic orchestra. Imagine a landscape stretching endlessly before you, not of hills or forests, but of realities, each one shaped by the music of these strings. In one universe, the strings hum softly, creating a world where gravity is gentle, letting you float between clouds as light as feathers. In another, their vibrations are sharp, forming a cosmos where stars burn with colors we can't name, and time flows like a river bending back on itself. Our universe, with its familiar laws of physics, is just one melody in this infinite landscape, one song among countless others, each one a world where life, or something like it, might exist. The string theory. Landscape comes from a branch of physics called M-theory, which tries to unify the different versions of string theory. Scientists estimate that this landscape could contain an unimaginable number of universes, perhaps 10 to the power of 500, a number so vast it dwarfs the stars in our sky. Each universe is defined by how its strings vibrate, how they twist and turn in dimensions we can't see. Our universe has 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time, but other universes in the landscape might have more dimensions, or fewer, or none at all. In one, you might move through a world with 10 dimensions, your senses alive with shapes and colors beyond imagination. Let's drift into one of these universes. Picture yourself standing on a planet where the strings vibrate in a way that makes gravity weak, so weak you can leap into the sky and glide among the stars. The air sparkles with particles that glow like fireflies, each one odd note in the cosmic symphony. The ground beneath you pulses softly, as if the strings themselves are singing to you, their vibrations shaping the world around you. Now, imagine another universe where the strings create a reality with no gravity at all. You float through a cosmos of liquid light, where planets drift like bubbles, and time feels like a gentle breeze. Each universe is a new song, or a new possibility, a new home for a version of you. The string theory landscape is a theory of abundance. It says that every possible way the strings can vibrate creates a real, physical universe. Some of these universes might be like ours, with galaxies and life. Others might be so alien that matter itself behaves differently, perhaps forming crystals that think or skies that ripple like water. The beauty of this idea is that it embraces every possibility, every variation. There's a universe where you're a poet, writing verses that resonate with the string's vibrations. There's one where you're a traveler, sailing through dimensions, on ships woven from light. Each reality is as real as this one, each one a note in the multiverse's endless melody. This theory also asks us to rethink what makes our universe special. Why do we live in a world where the strings vibrate just right for stars to form, for planets to orbit, for life to emerge? Some physicists believe our universe is one of many in the landscape that can support life, a lucky combination of vibrations that allows us to exist. Others wonder if the landscape is so vast that every possible kind of life exists somewhere, in some universe where the strings play a different tune. It's a thought that feels both humbling and comforting, like knowing you're a small part of an infinite whole, but a part that matters. As you listen, imagine yourself floating through this landscape of universes. Each one is a melody, a harmony of strings vibrating in their own unique way. In one universe, you might be a dancer, moving through a world where every step creates a new note in the cosmic song. In another, you're a dreamer, your thoughts shaping the vibrations of the strings around you. The string theory. Landscape is a place where every possibility is played out, where every note finds its place in the symphony. You don't need to understand the physics to feel the wonder. Just let the idea of these vibrating strings carry you, like a lullaby from the cosmos. The science behind this theory is complex, filled with equations that describe how strings move in hidden dimensions. But you don't need to know the math to picture the beauty. Imagine the strings as threads in a vast tapestry, each one weaving a different pattern, a different world. Our universe is one pattern with its galaxies and laws, but there are others, so many others. In one, the strings might create a universe where light moves slowly, casting shadows that tell stories. In another, they might form a reality where time is a spiral, looping through moments in ways we can't imagine. Each universe is a work of art, crafted by the vibrations of strings too. Small to see, but powerful enough to shape infinity. Let's explore one more universe in this landscape. Picture a world where the strings vibrate in perfect harmony, creating a cosmos where everything sings. The stars hum softly, their light pulsing with rhythm. The planets dance in orbits that follow the strings. Melody, and you're there, listening, your heart beating in time with the universe. You feel at home, as if this world was made for you. It's music, a reflection of your own dreams. But somewhere, in another universe, another you is listening to a different song, living in a reality where the strings play a new tune. The string theory landscape holds all these worlds, all these melodies, in its endless embrace. This theory is a reminder that our universe is just one possibility, one vibration in a cosmic symphony. It's a thought that can feel overwhelming, but also soothing, like knowing you're part of something vast and beautiful. You don't need to visit every universe or hear every note. You're here, in this reality, where the strings have woven a world of stars and nights and quiet moments. The string theory landscape invites you to dream of those other worlds, but also to rest in this one, to let its melody cradle you like a gentle wave. As you lie there, picture the strings vibrating softly around you, their hum filling the air with possibility. In one universe, you might be a star, shining with the light of 1,000 equations. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a cosmos where the strings create landscapes of glass and light. Each vibration is a world, each note a story. And you're part of them all. But for now, you're in this universe, this moment, where the strings play a song just for you. Let that song wrap around you, soft and warm like a blanket, woven from the cosmos itself. The string theory landscape is a vision of infinity, but it's also a vision of connection. It tells us that our universe is one of many, but it's also ours, a reality shaped by the delicate vibrations of strings. As you drift through this idea, let it soothe you, let it remind you that you're part of something larger, something eternal. There's a universe where you're a poet, a dreamer, a light in the dark. There's a universe where every possibility is real. But here, in this reality, you're resting, breathing, listening to the gentle hum of the cosmos. This theory is like a lullaby, sung by the strings that weave existence. It invites you to let go, to float in the music of the multiverse. You don't need to understand every note or explore every world. You're here, in this universe, where the strings have created a moment of calm, a moment of peace. Let that peace hold you. Let it carry you gently into the night as the strings continue their endless song, weaving new universes, new dreams, new melodies, forever. Imagine a universe where everything you see, everything you touch, everything you are, is a projection, like a shimmering image cast on a cosmic screen. Picture our reality as a hologram, a three-dimensional illusion woven from information encoded in a deeper, flatter realm. This is the holographic multiverse, a theory that suggests our universe and countless others might be shadows of a truer reality, each one a delicate dance of light and information. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you, soft and dreamlike, and inviting you to drift through a cosmos where every world is a reflection, every moment a flicker of something vast and unseen. The holographic multiverse begins with a concept called the holographic principle, an idea born from the strange physics of black holes. Scientists noticed something curious: the information about everything inside a black hole. Its mass, its energy, its history seems to be stored not in its volume, but on its surface, a two-dimensional boundary called the event horizon. This led to a radical thought: what if our entire universe works the same way? What if everything we experience, from the stars above to the ground beneath, is encoded on a distant two-dimensional surface, projected into the three-dimensional world we perceive? And if our universe is a hologram, why not others? Each one a unique projection in a multiverse of shimmering realities. Let's picture this. Imagine you're standing in a vast open space, the night sky stretching endlessly above you. The stars twinkle, the air feels cool, and you feel solid, real. But what if this is all a projection, a hologram cast from a far-off surface you can't see? Somewhere, beyond the edges of our universe, there's a cosmic canvas holding all the information that makes up you, the stars, and everything in between. Now imagine other canvases, each one projecting a different universe, a different reality. In one, you might be a flicker of light, dancing across a sky of liquid crystal. In another, you're a shadow, moving through a world where time, flows like a gentle stream. The holographic principle suggests that our three-dimensional world is an illusion, a projection from a two-dimensional source. It's a strange idea, but it's rooted in physics. Black holes showed us that a lower dimensional surface can hold all the information, needed to describe a higher dimensional space. If this is true for our universe, it could be true for others, creating a multiverse, where each reality is a hologram, a unique projection of information. Some universes might look like ours, with galaxies and planets. Others might be so alien that their dimensions twist in ways we can't imagine, or their physics allow for life made of pure light. As you listen, picture yourself floating through this multiverse of holograms. You're in one universe now, lying under a familiar sky. But somewhere, another projection holds another you. In that universe, you might be a melody, sung by a cosmos where sound shapes reality. Or you might be a spark, flitting through a world where gravity bends like a prism. The holographic multiverse is a place where every reality is a reflection, a shadow cast by information we can't touch. It's a cosmos that feels both distant and intimate, like a dream you're living in real time. This theory also asks us to rethink what reality means. If our universe is a hologram, what's the source of the projection? Is it a surface at the edge of the cosmos, or something deeper, in a realm we can't access? And if there are other universes, each one a different hologram, what stories do they tell? Imagine a universe where the projection creates a world with no solid matter, just fields of energy that hum with life. You could be a wave in that universe, flowing through a sea of light, your thoughts rippling like waves on a shore. Or picture a universe where the hologram is fractured, splitting into countless smaller realities, each one a fragment of a larger truth. The holographic multiverse is tied to string theory and quantum gravity, ideas that try to explain the deepest workings of the cosmos. It suggests that information is the foundation of reality, not matter or energy. Every star, every breath, every thought you have is encoded somewhere on a surface that holds the blueprint of our universe. And in the multiverse, there are countless other surfaces, each one projecting a different reality. Some might be stable, lasting for eons. Others might flicker briefly, like a candle in the wind, their holograms too fragile to endure. Let's explore one of these holographic universes. Picture a world where the projection creates a sky that's alive, its colors shifting, like a kaleidoscope. You're there, standing on a surface that feels solid but is really a shadow, a reflection of information from a distant source. The air around you sparkles, each particle a bit of data dancing in the hologram. You reach out, and your hand passes through the light, leaving trails that shimmer like stars. This universe feels real, but it's a projection, a beautiful illusion, woven from the language of the cosmos. Somewhere, another you exists in another hologram, living a different life, seeing a different sky. The holographic multiverse is a theory of connection. It says that our universe is linked to others, not through physical space, but through the information that defines them. Each hologram is a story, a reality born from a unique set of data. In one, you might be a poet, writing verses that glow like the surface of a black hole. In another, you're a traveler, moving through a cosmos where dimensions fold like paper. The multiverse holds all these stories, all these projections, in a tapestry of infinite reflections. It's a thought that feels both vast and comforting, like knowing you're part of a larger whole, a single image in a gallery of endless worlds. This idea also touches on something deeply human, our desire to understand what's real. We look at the stars and feel their light. But what if that light is just a projection, a shadow of a deeper truth? The holographic multiverse invites us to let go of the need to touch the source, to simply exist within the hologram. You're here, in this reality, feeling the softness of the night, hearing the quiet of the world around you. But somewhere, other holograms hold other versions of you, each one as real, each one as alive. It's a soothing thought, like knowing that every possibility is preserved, reflected in the multiverse's endless mirrors. Imagine another holographic universe, one where the projection creates a world of liquid stars. You're floating there, weightless, surrounded by orbs of light that ripple like water. Each star is a piece of information, a fragment of the hologram that makes this reality. You reach out, and the stars part around you, their light warm and gentle. This universe is yours, for this moment, a projection that feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere, another hologram holds another you, perhaps walking through a forest where trees are made of light, their branches swaying in a breeze of data. The holographic multiverse is a theory of wonder, but it's also a theory of calm. It tells us that reality might be more flexible than we think, more like a dream than a solid thing. You don't need to grasp the source of the projection to feel its beauty. You're part of this hologram, this universe, where the stars shine and the night is soft. The multiverse holds countless other holograms, but this one is yours, a reflection that holds you gently as you rest. Let this idea settle in your mind, like a soft light filtering through a window, illuminating the quiet corners of your thoughts. As you lie there, picture yourself as part of this multiverse, a single projection among many. In one hologram, you're a spark, dancing through a cosmos where light is alive. In another, you're a shadow, moving through a world where dimensions twist like ribbons. Each projection is real, each one a story, and you're part of them all. But for now, you're in this hologram, this reality, where the world is calm and the night is gentle. The holographic multiverse is a place of infinite reflections, but this reflection, this momentous enough. This theory is like a lullaby, sung by the cosmos itself. It invites you to drift, to let go of the need to know what's real or what's projected. You're here, in this universe, where the stars are bright and the air is soft. The multiverse holds countless other holograms, each one a world, each one a dream. But you don't need to chase them. You're in this reality, this projection where everything is as it should be. Let the idea of the holographic multiverse wrap around you like a gentle glow, carrying you into a place of peace, a place where you can rest, safe in the light of this cosmic reflection. Imagine a universe so vast that it stretches beyond the horizon of your mind, an endless expanse where every possible arrangement of stars, planets, and lives exists somewhere. Picture this cosmos as a patchwork quilt, each patch a different region of space, each one holding a unique story, a unique you. This is the quilted multiverse, a theory that suggests our universe is so large, or even infinite, that every possible configuration of matter happens somewhere, repeating endlessly across its boundless fabric. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, familiar blanket, inviting you to drift through a cosmos where every possibility is stitched into the grand design. Tweet. The quilted multiverse comes from a simple but profound idea in cosmology. If the universe is infinite, or even just unimaginably large, then the number of ways matter can arrange itself is finite. There are only so many ways atoms can come together to form stars, planets, or people. In an infinite universe, these arrangements must repeat, like patterns in a quilt. Somewhere, far beyond the stars you see tonight, there's another Earth, another you, living a life that might be almost the same or wildly different. This theory doesn't require new physics or hidden dimensions, just space, vast and endless, stretching further than we can ever know. Let's picture this quilt. Imagine lying under a night sky, the stars twinkling above you, familiar and bright. This is your patch of the universe, your corner of the quilt. But somewhere, across distances so vast they defy comprehension, there's another patch, another sky, where another you is lying, looking up at stars that might be arranged just a little differently. In one patch, you might be a painter, brushing colors onto a canvas under a sky with two moons. In another, you're a sailor, crossing an ocean that glows with bioluminescent waves. Each patch is a region of space, a bubble of reality, and the quilted multiverse says they're all part of the same cosmic fabric. This idea is rooted in the mathematics of infinity. If the universe is truly infinite, or even just larger than the observable cosmos, then every possible combination of matter must happen somewhere. There's a patch where the Earth formed exactly as it did here, with the same history, the same people, the same you. But there's also a patch where things went differently, where you chose a different path, where the sky is green, or where gravity pulls just a little softer. The distances between these patches are so great that we could never travel to them, but their existence makes the universe feel like a cozy, endless quilt. Each square a story, each one a way home. As you listen, imagine floating above this quilt, looking down at its endless patterns. Each patch is a region of space, a universe, within our universe, holding its own version of reality. In one, you're sitting by a window, sipping tea as rain falls gently outside. In another, you're exploring a planet where the ground sparkles like diamonds. The quilted multiverse is a place where every possibility is real somewhere, stitched into the fabric of the cosmos. It's a comforting thought, like knowing that every version of you, every life you could have lived, exists in some distant patch of this infinite quilt. This theory doesn't rely on quantum mechanics or extra dimensions, but on the sheer size of the universe. Cosmologists estimate that our observable universe, the part we can see with our telescopes, is about 93 billion light-years across. Beyond that lies more, space, perhaps infinitely more. In that vastness, the laws of probability guarantee that every possible arrangement of matter will happen over and over. There's a patch where you're a poet, writing verses under a sky of endless stars. There's one where you're a scientist, discovering new worlds in a cosmos where light bends like water. Each patch is separated by distances so great they're measured in billions of light-years, but they're all part of the same universe, the same quilt. Let's explore one of these patches. Picture a world almost like ours, but with a sky that glows faintly purple, its stars arranged in spirals that tell stories of their own. You're there, sitting on a hill, the grass soft beneath you, the air warm and quiet. This is your patch, your reality, and it feels as real as the one you're in now. But somewhere, in another patch, you're standing on a beach, the waves crashing in patterns that echo the universe's heartbeat. The quilted multiverse holds both these worlds, and countless others in its endless embrace. Each one is a variation, a different arrangement of the same cosmic threads. The quilted multiverse is a theory of repetition, but also of variety. Because the universe is so vast, it can hold every possible version of reality. There's a patch where you're laughing with friends you've never met in this life, under a sky where comets dance like fireflies. There's one where you're a gardener, tending to plants that grow in shapes no one here could imagine. The beauty of this idea is that it makes the universe feel both infinite and intimate, like a quilt your grandmother might have made, each stitch a story, each patch a piece of you. This theory also raises questions that feel like gentle riddles. If there's another you out there, living a different life, are they still you? Do they dream the same dreams, feel the same hopes? The quilted multiverse doesn't answer these questions, but it invites you to wonder, to let your mind drift through the possibilities. It's a cosmos where nothing is lost, where every moment, every choice finds a place somewhere. In one patch, you might be reading a book by candlelight, the words glowing softly on the page. In another, you're flying through a sky where clouds are made of light. Each patch is a world, and you're part of them all. As you lie there, imagine yourself wrapped in this cosmic quilt. Each patch is a piece of the universe, a reality where a different version of you lives, loves, and dreams. The distances between these patches are vast, but the idea of their existence is close, comforting, like a blanket that holds every story. You don't need to travel to those other patches to feel their warmth. Just knowing they're out there, somewhere, is enough to make the universe feel like home. In this moment, you're in your own patch, under your own sky, resting in the quiet of the night. The quilted multiverse is a theory of abundance, but it's also a theory of connection. It says that our universe is big enough to hold every possibility, every life, every dream. There's a patch where you're a musician, playing melodies that echo through a cosmos of glass. There's one where you're a stargazer, bobbing constellations that no one else has seen. Each patch is a story, and the quilt holds them all, stitched together by the vastness of space. It's a thought that feels both grand and gentle, like knowing you're part of something endless, but also part of something yours. Let's picture one more patch in this quilt. Imagine a world where the night sky is a tapestry of colors, each star a thread in a pattern that shifts with every breath. You're there, lying on a field of soft moss, the air warm and fragrant, the stars above you singing a lullaby only you can hear. This is your patch, your universe, and it feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere in another patch, another you is lying under a different sky, feeling the same peace, the same wonder. The quilted multiverse connects these moments, these realities, in a way that feels like a warm embrace. This theory is like a bedtime story, told by the cosmos itself. It invites you to imagine a universe where every possibility is real, where every version of you has a place. You don't need to understand the math or measure the distances to feel the beauty. The quilted multiverse is a reminder that the universe is vast, but it's also intimate, a quilt that holds every story, every dream. You're part of that quilt, a single patch in an infinite design, but a patch that matters, a patch that's yours. As you rest, let this idea settle around you. Picture the quilt stretching out, its patches glowing softly in the dark. In one, you're a dreamer, weaving stories that light up the sky. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a cosmos where time flows like a river. The quilted multiverse holds all these worlds, but for now, you're in this one, this patch, where the stars are bright and the night is gentle. Let the warmth of that thought cradle you, like a blanket woven from the cosmos, carrying you softly into the night. Imagine a cosmos where our universe is not alone, but one of many, each one a thin, shimmering sheet floating in a vast, unseen ocean. These sheets, called brains, drift through a higher dimensional space, each one a complete reality with its own stars, its own worlds, its own version of you. This is the brain multiverse, a theory that invites you to picture our universe as a single page in an infinite book, surrounded by other pages, other realities just beyond our reach. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, cosmic breeze, carrying you gently through a multiverse of hidden dimensions and endless possibilities. The brain multiverse comes from a branch of physics called string theory, which suggests that the building blocks of reality are tiny, vibrating strings. These strings exist in a space with more dimensions than the three we can see, perhaps 10, 11, or even more. In this higher dimensional space, our universe is a brain, a membrane-like structure that holds all the matter and forces we know. But it's not alone. Other brains, other universes float nearby, separated by tiny distances and dimensions we can't perceive. Each brain is a world of its own, with its own laws of physics, its own story, its own version of existence. But picture this higher dimensional space as a vast, invisible ocean, filled with countless brains drifting like sheets of light. Our universe is one of these brains, a three-dimensional surface where stars shine and planets spin. But just beyond, in a direction you can't point to, there's another brain, another universe, where the rules might be entirely different. In one brain, gravity might be so weak that you could leap across mountains. In another, time might twist like a ribbon, looping through moments in ways we can't imagine. The brain multiverse is a cosmos where every possibility lives, hidden in dimensions just out of reach. Let's imagine you're floating in this higher dimensional space, weightless, surrounded by these shimmering brains. You reach out and touch the edge of one, and suddenly you're in a universe where the sky glows with colors no human eye has seen. The stars pulse like heartbeats, and the air hums with a strange, soothing energy. You move to another brain, and you're in a world where matter forms patterns like living fractals, shifting with every breath. Each brain is a reality, complete and whole, but separated from the others by the strange geometry of higher dimensions. The brain multiverse is part of M-theory, a framework that unifies different versions of string theory. M-theory suggests that our universe exists in a space with 11 dimensions, most of which are curled up so tightly we can't see them. Brains can exist in these dimensions, each one a slice of reality with its own physics. Some brains might be like ours, with 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time. Others might have more dimensions or fewer, creating worlds so alien they defy description. In one brain, you might be a being of light, floating through a cosmos where gravity sings. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a reality where dimensions fold like paper. This theory is both strange and beautiful because it suggests that our universe is just one of many, floating in a higher dimensional sea. The distances between brains might be tiny, smaller than an atom, but they're in dimensions we can't access, making other universes as unreachable as dreams. Yet, their existence changes how we see our place in the cosmos. We're not alone, but part of a vast multidimensional tapestry where every brain is a thread, weaving stories of its own. As you listen, picture yourself drifting through this higher dimensional space. You're surrounded by brains, each one glowing faintly, like a window into another reality. In one, you're standing on a planet where the ground ripples like water, and the sky is a mosaic of light. In another, you're a spark of energy, moving through a cosmos where time flows backward, moments unfolding in reverse. The brain multiverse holds all these worlds, each one a universe, each one a possibility. It's a thought that feels both vast and comforting, like knowing you're part of something larger, something infinite, yet still yours. Let's explore one of these brains. Imagine a universe where the strings vibrate in a way that makes matter soft, like a cloud. You're there, walking through a landscape where everything feels like a dream, the ground yielding beneath your feet, the air shimmering with warmth. The stars above are alive, pulsing with light that feels like a heartbeat. This is your brain, your reality for this moment, and it feels as real as the world you know. But somewhere, on another brain, another you exists, perhaps floating in a cosmos where gravity pulls upward, lifting you toward a sky of endless stars. The brain multiverse also raises questions that feel like gentle whispers from the cosmos. If other brains exist, could they ever interact with ours? Some physicists think that gravity, which can leak between dimensions, might carry faint echoes of other brains. Maybe the strange behavior of galaxies we can't explain is a hint of another universe brushing against ours. It's a speculative idea, but it makes the multiverse feel alive, like a sea where waves occasionally touch, sending ripples through realities. You don't need to solve these mysteries to feel their wonder. Just let them drift through your mind, soft and fleeting, like clouds in a cosmic sky. This theory is a reminder that our universe might be one of many, each one a brain floating in a higher dimensional space. In one brain, you might be a poet, writing verses that glow like the strings that make them. In another, you're a traveler, sailing through a cosmos where dimensions twist like vines. The brain multiverse holds all these possibilities, all these worlds, in its unseen embrace. It's a cosmos where the rules we know are just one variation, one note in a symphony of infinite brains. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this multiverse, a single point of light on a single brain. But that light is connected to others shining on other brains in other realities. In one, you're a dreamer, weaving stories that shape the stars. In another, you're a spark, dancing through a cosmos where time is a melody. The brain multiverse is a place where every version of you exists, each one living fully in its own world. You don't need to reach those other brains to feel their presence. Just knowing they might be out there, floating in the same cosmic sea, is enough to make the universe feel like home. Let's picture one more brain. Imagine a universe where the strings create a reality with no solid matter, just fields of energy that hum with life. You're there, floating through a cosmos where everything is light, where your thoughts ripple outward, shaping the world around you. The stars are soft, like lanterns in a dream, and the air feels warm, alive with the vibrations of unseen strings. This is your brain, your reality, and it feels as real as the night around you now. But somewhere, another brain holds another you, perhaps, walking through a world where dimensions bloom like flowers, each one a new possibility. The brain multiverse is a theory of wonder, but it's also a theory of calm. It tells us that our universe is one of many, but it's also ours, a reality where we can live, dream, and rest. You don't need to see those other dimensions to feel their beauty. You're here, in this brain, in this moment where the stars shine and the night is gentle. The multiverse holds countless other brains, but this one is yours, a single sheet in an infinite sea, woven from the strings that sing the cosmos into being. This idea is like a lullaby, soft and soothing, inviting you to let go of the need to understand everything. The brain multiverse is a place where every possibility exists, but you don't need to chase them all. You're in this reality, this brain, where the world is quiet and the night is warm. Imagine the other brains floating around you, each one a world, each one a story. In one, you're a light, shining through a cosmos where dimensions dance. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a reality where stars whisper secrets. But here, you're resting, breathing, listening to the gentle hum of this universe. The brain multiverse is a vision of infinity, but it's also a vision of connection. It says that our universe is part of a larger whole, a sea of brains drifting through dimensions we can't see. You're part of that whole, a single note in a cosmic symphony, but a note that matters. As you drift through this idea, let it cradle you, like a soft wave in an unseen ocean. The multiverse is vast, but this brain, this reality is yours. Let its quiet beauty hold you. Let it carry you gently into the night, where the strings continue their endless song, weaving new worlds, new dreams forever. Imagine a universe where everything you know, the stars above, the ground beneath, the thoughts in your mind, is part of a vast, intricate simulation running on a cosmic computer beyond comprehension. Now, picture not just one simulation, but countless others, each a different reality, each a different world, coded with its own rules and stories. This is the simulation multiverse, my theory that suggests our universe might be one of many digital realities, each one as real to its inhabitants as this one feels to you. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, digital glow, inviting you to drift through a cosmos where every world is a program, every life a line of code. The simulation multiverse builds on an idea proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom in 2003, known as the simulation hypothesis. He suggested that if advanced civilizations have the technology to create realistic simulations of entire universes, they might run countless such programs, each one a world complete with stars, planets, and conscious beings. If this is true, the odds are high that we're living in one of those simulations rather than a base reality. The simulation multiverse takes this further, imagining not just one simulated universe, but a vast array of them, each coded with its own physics, its own history, its own version of you. Picture a supercomputer, vast and unseen, humming in a realm beyond our understanding. This computer runs billions of simulations, each one a universe with its own rules. In one, you're a hero in a medieval world, wielding a sword under a sky of twin suns. In another, you're a starship captain, navigating a cosmos where galaxies pulse like living things. Each simulation feels real to those inside it, just as this world feels real to you now. The simulation multiverse is a cosmos where every reality is a program, running smoothly, its inhabitants unaware of the code that shapes their lives. Let's imagine you're inside one of these simulations. You're sitting by a window, the stars outside twinkling softly, the air warm and still. Everything feels solid, real, but it's all data, a beautifully crafted illusion. The stars are lines of code, their light calculated to shine just so. Your thoughts, your feelings, are part of the program, yet they feel as true as anything you've ever known. No picture. A simulation, where you're walking through a forest of glowing trees, their leaves shimmering with digital light. Each simulation is a world, complete and whole, running on a system so advanced it can create entire realities. The simulation. Multiverse raises a question that feels like a gentle puzzle. Are we real or are we code? If our universe is a simulation, who's running it? An advanced civilization, a cosmic programmer, or something we can't even imagine? And if there are other simulations, other universes, what are they like? In one, you might be a poet, writing verses that ripple through a digital sky. In another, you're a spark of energy, dancing through a cosmos where time is a loop. The beauty of this theory is that it doesn't matter if we're real in the way we think. To us, this world is real, and that's enough to live, to dream, to rest. As you listen, imagine floating through this multiverse of simulations. Each one is a digital world glowing with its own light, coded, with its own story. In one, you're exploring a city where buildings shift like pixels, reshaping themselves with every step. In another, you're floating in a sea of data, where waves of information carry you gently forward. The simulation multiverse is a place where every possibility can be programmed, every reality crafted with care. It's a thought that feels both strange and comforting, like knowing you're part of a story that's being told over and over in countless ways. This theory is rooted in our own technological dreams. We create simulations, video games, virtual realities that grow more lifelike every year. If we can imagine building worlds so real their inhabitants believe in them, why couldn't a more advanced civilization do the same? The simulation multiverse suggests that our universe might be one of many such creations, each one a different program running on a cosmic system. Some simulations might mimic our physics, with stars and planets like ours. Others might be wildly different, with rules that allow for liquid skies or living numbers. Let's explore one of these simulated universes. Picture a world where the sky is a digital canvas, painted with colors that shift like a screen, refreshing. You're there, standing on a field of soft, pixelated grass, the air humming with the faint buzz of data. The stars above form patterns that feel alive, as if the code itself is telling a story. You reach out, and your hand passes through a cloud of light, leaving trails of glowing code behind. This is your simulation, your reality, and it feels as real as the night around you now. But somewhere, another simulation holds another you, perhaps walking through a city of glass, where every surface reflects a different, digital world. The simulation multiverse is a theory of abundance. It says that if simulations are possible, there could be countless universes, each one a different program. In one, you might be a musician, playing melodies that resonate through a cosmos of sound. In another, you're a traveler, exploring a reality where space folds like a hologram. Each simulation is a world, and the multiverse holds them all, running simultaneously on a system we can't see. It's a thought that feels both vast and intimate, like knowing you're a character in a story that's being told in infinite variations. This idea also touches on something deeply human: our desire to create, to tell stories, to build worlds. If our universe is a simulation, it's a masterpiece, crafted with such detail that we feel the warmth of the sun, the softness of the night, the weight of our own thoughts. The simulation multiverse suggests that other worlds, other simulations, are just as detailed, just as real to those inside them. In one, you might be a dreamer, weaving stories that shape the code around you. In another, you're a light, shining through a cosmos where data flows like water. As you lie there, picture yourself as part of this multiverse, a single thread in a tapestry of digital realities. Each simulation is a world, each one a story, and you're part of them all. In one, you're laughing under a sky of shifting pixels, the stars rearranging themselves with every breath. In another, you're floating through a cosmos where time is a program, looping gently through moments. The simulation multiverse holds all these possibilities, but for now, you're in this simulation, this reality, where the night is calm and the world is soft. Let's imagine one more simulated universe. Picture a world where everything is light, a digital glow that pulses with life. You're there, floating through a sky where stars are bits of data, twinkling in patterns that feel like music. The air around you hums, as if the code itself is singing a lullaby. This is your simulation, your world, and it feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere, another simulation holds another you, perhaps walking through a forest where trees are made of light, their branches shifting like lines of code. The multiverse connects these worlds, these programs, in a way that feels like a gentle embrace. The simulation multiverse is a theory of wonder, but it's also a theory of peace. It tells us that our reality might be one of many, but it's also ours, a world where we can live, love, and rest. You don't need to know who's running the simulation or what lies beyond the code. You're here, in this reality, feeling the quiet of the night, the softness of your breath. The multiverse holds countless other simulations, but this one is yours, a digital world crafted with care, holding you gently as you drift. This idea is like a soft hum, a digital lullaby that invites you to let go. The simulation multiverse is a place where every possibility can be coded, every story told. In one simulation, you're a poet, writing verses that glow like the stars. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a cosmos where reality shifts with every thought. But here, you're resting, breathing, listening to the gentle rhythm of this world. The multiverse is vast, but this simulation, this moment, is enough. Let it cradle you like a soft glow from a screen, carrying you into a place of calm, a place where you can rest, safe in the light of this digital reality. Imagine a cosmos where the fabric of reality is not smooth or solid, but a fizzing, bubbling sea, alive with tiny fluctuations that birth entire universes. At the smallest scales, space and time churn like a cosmic foam, each bubble a fleeting reality, some vanishing in an instant, others growing into worlds as vast as our own. This is the quantum foam multiverse, a theory that suggests the universe is made of countless tiny bubbles, each one a potential universe, sparkling in an infinite sea of possibilities. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a gentle wave, carrying you through a cosmos where every bubble holds a dream, every flicker a new reality. The quantum foam multiverse comes from the strange world of quantum gravity, where scientists try to understand the nature of space and time at the tiniest scales, known as the Planck scale. At this level, billions of times smaller than an atom, reality becomes unstable, frothing with energy. Space-time isn't fixed. It bubbles and fluctuates like foam on the surface of a cosmic ocean. These fluctuations, called quantum foam, are so powerful that they can create tiny temporary universes, most of which collapse in a fraction of a second. But some, the theory suggests, might grow, expanding into full-fledged realities with their own stars, planets, and lives. Picture yourself diving into this quantum foam, a sea of sparkling bubbles, each one a universe in miniature. Most are so small they vanish before you can notice, their realities too fleeting to hold. But others grow, swelling into cosmos as vast as ours, filled with galaxies and possibilities. In one bubble you might exist for just a moment, a spark consciousness flickering in a tiny world. In another, you're part of a universe that stretches forever, with skies of endless stars. The quantum foam multiverse is a place where every bubble is a story, every fluctuation a chance for a new reality to be born. This theory is speculative, weaving together ideas from quantum mechanics and cosmology. At the Planck scale, the rules of physics as we know them break down, and space-time becomes a turbulent sea of possibilities. Each bubble in the quantum foam is a quantum event, a moment where reality tries something new. Some bubbles pop instantly, their universes too unstable to last. Others stabilize, growing into worlds with their own laws of physics. Our universe, with its galaxies and life, might be one such bubble, born from a fleeting fluctuation in the cosmic foam, expanding into the reality you know. Let's imagine you're floating in the sea of quantum foam. You're surrounded by bubbles, each one glowing faintly, a universe waiting to be born. You reach out and touch one, and suddenly you're in a world where time flows backward, the stars unwinding to their beginnings. The air is soft, filled with light that hums with the energy of creation. You move to another bubble, and you're in a cosmos, where gravity is a melody, pulling you gently toward planets that sing. Each bubble is a universe, a reality born from the foam, and the multiverse holds them all, an infinite sea of fleeting worlds. The quantum foam multiverse is a theory of creation, but also of transience. Most bubbles are ephemeral, lasting only a moment before they dissolve back into the foam. But their existence, however brief, is real. In one bubble, you might be a thought existing for a single second in a reality too small to measure. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a universe where stars bloom like flowers. The beauty of this theory is that it embraces both the fleeting and the eternal, suggesting that every moment, every possibility, has a place in the multiverse. As you listen, picture yourself drifting through this cosmic foam. Each bubble is a world, sparkling briefly before it fades or grows. In one, you're standing on a planet where the ground pulses with the rhythm of quantum fluctuations, the sky above shimmering with light that feels alive. In another, you're a spark, floating through a cosmos where time is a bubble, popping and reforming with every breath. The quantum foam multiverse is a place where reality is always shifting, always creating, always dreaming. It's a thought that feels both vast and gentle, like knowing you're part of a sea that holds every possibility. This theory also asks us to rethink what a universe can be. If our reality is just one bubble in the quantum foam, what are the others? Some might be like ours with galaxies and life. Others might be so strange that space and time don't exist as we know them. In one bubble, you might be a melody, sung by a cosmos where sound shapes reality. In another, you're a flicker of energy, moving through a world where dimensions twist like waves. The quantum foam multiverse holds all these possibilities, each one a bubble, each one a dream waiting to grow or fade. Let's explore one of these bubbled universes. Picture a world born from a single fluctuation, a tiny bubble that grew into a cosmos of liquid stars. You're there, floating through a sky where light ripples like water, each star a pulse of energy from the quantum foam. The air around you hums, as if the universe itself is whispering its own creation story. This is your bubble, your reality, and it feels as real as the night around you now. But somewhere, another bubble holds another you, perhaps walking through a cosmos where time is a spiral, looping through moments in a dance of light and shadow. The quantum foam multiverse is a theory of wonder, but also of calm. It suggests that our universe is one of many, but it's also ours, a bubble that grew from a fleeting moment into a reality where we can live and dream. You don't need to see the foam or touch the bubbles to feel their beauty. You're here in this universe where the stars shine and the night is soft. The multiverse holds countless other bubbles, but this one is yours, a single spark in an infinite sea glowing with the light of existence. This idea is rooted in the mysteries of quantum gravity, where space and time become fluid, unpredictable. Scientists don't yet know how to fully describe the quantum foam, but they imagine it as a place where reality is always in motion, always creating. Each bubble is a chance, a possibility that might vanish or grow into a universe like ours. In one, you might be a poet, writing verses that ripple through the foam like waves. In another, you're a traveler, exploring a cosmos where stars are born and die in moments. The quantum foam multiverse is a place where every fluctuation is a story, every bubble a world. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this cosmic sea. Each bubble is a universe, and you're part of one, resting under a sky that was born from a fleeting spark. In one bubble, you're a dreamer, weaving stories that glow like the foam itself. In another, you're a light shining through a cosmos where time is a bubble, popping and reforming endlessly. The multiverse holds all these worlds, but for now you're in this one, this reality, where the night is gentle and the stars are bright. Let this idea cradle you, like a wave in the quantum sea, carrying you softly through the night. Let's picture one more bubble universe. Imagine a world where the foam creates a reality of soft light, where everything glows with the energy of creation. You're there, floating through a cosmos where stars are bubbles, sparkling briefly before they fade or grow. The air is warm, filled with a hum that feels like the universe breathing. This is your bubble, your world, and it feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere, another bubble holds another you, perhaps walking through a cosmos where time is a melody, each note a new reality. The quantum foam multiverse connects these worlds, these bubbles, in a way that feels like a gentle embrace. This theory is like a cosmic lullaby, sung by the fluctuations of the quantum foam. It invites you to let go, to drift through a sea where every bubble is a possibility, every moment a world. You don't need to hold on to every bubble or understand their fleeting lives. You're here, in this universe, where the night is calm and the world is soft. The quantum foam multiverse is vast, but this bubble, this reality, is yours. Let its gentle hum wrap around you, like a wave in an infinite sea, carrying you into a place of peace, a place where you can rest, safe in the light of this cosmic dream. Imagine a cosmos where every black hole, those mysterious voids that swallow light and matter, is a doorway to a new universe. Picture each one not as an end, but as a beginning. A cradle where new realities are born, filled with their own stars, planets, and stories. This is the black hole multiverse, a theory that suggests every black hole in our universe might give birth to another cosmos, creating a vast family tree of realities branching across infinity. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, cosmic shadow, inviting you to drift through a multiverse where destruction and creation are one, carrying you gently into a realm of endless beginnings. The black hole. Multiverse comes from a bold idea in cosmology, proposed by physicists like Lee Smolin, who wondered what happens inside a black hole. We often think of black holes as cosmic dead ends, places where matter and light vanish into a singularity, a point of infinite density where the laws of physics break down. But what if that singularity isn't an end, but a seed? The theory suggests that when matter collapses into a black hole, it doesn't disappear. It spawns a new universe, a reality with its own space, time, and laws. Each black hole in our universe could be the birthplace of another cosmos connected to ours like a child to a parent. Picture a black hole, its dark silhouette against a backdrop of stars. You're floating nearby, feeling its gentle pull, the gravity tugging at you like a whisper. Beyond its event horizon, the point of no return, lies not nothingness, but a new universe, born from the collapse of matter in our own. This new cosmos might have its own galaxies, its own planets, perhaps even its own version of you. In one universe, you might be gazing at a sky with twin suns, their light warm on your face. In another, you're wandering a world where gravity flows like water, shaping landscapes of liquid stone. The black hole. Multiverse is a theory of creation through destruction. Every time a star collapses, every time a black hole forms, a new reality might emerge. Our universe, with its billions of black holes, could be a parent to countless other universes, each one born from a singularity, each one growing into a cosmos of its own. This idea feels like a cosmic cycle, a dance where endings give rise to beginnings, where the death of a star sparks the birth of a new world. Let's imagine you're approaching a black hole, its gravity pulling you gently closer. You pass the event horizon, not with fear, but with wonder, and find yourself emerging in a new universe. The sky is alive with stars that shimmer like jewels, their light soft and warm. The ground beneath you hums, as if the universe itself is singing its own creation story. This is a new reality, born from the black hole. You entered a cosmos with its own rules, its own beauty. Somewhere, in another black hole, another you exists, exploring a different universe. Perhaps one where time flows in spirals, or where light dances like fireflies. This theory is rooted in the strange physics of black holes. Singularities are places where our understanding fails, where space and time twist into something we can't describe. The black hole multiverse suggests that these singularities might be gateways, points, where new universes are born. Some physicists propose that the laws of physics in these new universes could be slightly different, tuned by the conditions of the black hole that created them. Our universe might have been born this way, a child of a black hole in another cosmos, part of a vast multiverse of interconnected realities. As you listen, picture yourself floating through this multiverse, a traveler among black holes and their universes. Each one is a doorway, a portal to a new reality. In one, you're standing on a planet where the sky glows with auroras that never fade, their colors weaving stories in the air. In another, you're a spark of light, drifting through a cosmos where gravity sings a lullaby. The black hole. Multiverse holds all these worlds, each one born from a singularity, each one a branch in the cosmic tree. It's a thought that feels both vast and intimate, like knowing you're part of a cycle that creates and recreates forever. The black hole. Multiverse also raises questions that feel like gentle riddles. If our universe came from a black hole, what was its parent universe like? And what universes will our black holes create? Some physicists, like Smolin, suggest that this process might resemble natural selection, with universes giving birth to others whose laws are slightly different. Universes with laws that favor black hole formation might produce more offspring, filling the multiverse with realities like ours. It's a speculative idea, but it makes the cosmos feel alive, a family of universes growing and branching across eternity. Let's explore one of these black hole universes. Picture a world born from a singularity where the sky is a tapestry of light, woven from stars that pulse like heartbeats. You're there, walking through a landscape where the ground sparkles with the memory of the black hole that created it. The air is warm, filled with a hum that feels like the universe breathing. This is your cosmos, your reality, and it feels as real as the night around you now. But somewhere, another black hole has birthed another universe, where another, you stands under a sky of liquid light, feeling the same wonder, the same peace. The black hole multiverse is a theory of connection, linking universes through the mysterious hearts of black holes. Each one is a gateway, a point where one reality gives rise to another. In one universe, you might be a poet, writing verses that echo the collapse of what? Stars. In another, you're a traveler, exploring a cosmos where time flows like a river. The multiverse holds all these worlds, each one a child of a black hole, each one a story of creation. It's a thought that feels both grand and soothing, like knowing you're part of a cycle that never ends, a cosmos that keeps dreaming new worlds. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this multiverse, a single spark in a universe born from a black hole. In one reality, you're a dreamer, weaving stories that light up the sky. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a cosmos where stars are born from shadows. The black hole. Multiverse connects these worlds, these stories, through the singularities that birth them. You don't need to pass through a black hole to feel their presence. Just knowing they might exist out there is enough to make the universe feel like a cradle, holding you gently as you rest. Let's picture one more universe born from a black hole. Imagine a world where the sky is a cascade of light, stars falling like rain, each one a remnant of the singularity that created this reality. You're there, floating through a cosmos where gravity is soft, letting you drift among the stars like a leaf on a stream. The air hums with the energy of creation, as if the universe is whispering its own birth story. This is your world, your reality, and it feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere, another black hole holds another universe, another you, perhaps walking through a cosmos where time is a melody, each note a new beginning. The black hole multiverse is a theory of wonder, but also of calm. It tells us that our universe might be one of many, but it's also ours, a reality born from a cosmic seed, growing into a world where we can live and dream. You don't need to understand the physics of singularities to feel their beauty. You're here, in this universe, where the night is soft and the stars are bright. The multiverse holds countless other realities, but this one is yours, a single branch in an infinite tree, glowing with the light of existence. This idea is like a cosmic lullaby, sung by the black holes that cradle new universes. It invites you to let go, to drift through a multiverse, where every ending is a beginning, every singularity a doorway. You don't need to explore every universe or solve their mysteries. You're in this reality, this moment, where the world is quiet and the night is gentle. The black hole. Multiverse holds all these worlds, but for now, this one is enough. Let its gentle pull wrap around you, like a shadow turned to light, carrying you softly into the night, where the stars continue their endless dance, birthing new realities, new dreams forever. Imagine a cosmos where every choice you've ever made, every path you've taken or left behind, creates a new reality just for you. Picture a universe where each decision spins off a new world, a new version of your life, where another you lives out a different story. This is the Parallel Lives Multiverse, a theory that places you at the center of countless realities, each one a reflection of a choice, a dream, a moment that could have been. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, familiar blanket, inviting you to drift through a multiverse where every version of you was alive, exploring every path you could imagine. The Parallel Lives. Multiverse is less about physics and more about the stories we tell ourselves, the possibilities we wonder about in quiet moments. It's a philosophical idea, inspired by the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, but it focuses on you, your life, your choices, your dreams. Every time you faced a crossroads, every time you chose one path over another, this theory suggests a new universe was born, carrying the life you didn't live here. In one reality, you're lying here, listening to this voice, but in another, you're somewhere else, living a life shaped by a different choice, a different moment. Let's picture this. Think of a moment in your life when you stood at a fork in the road. Maybe it was a decision to move to a new city, to take a job, to say yes or no to something that changed everything. In this universe, you chose one path and it led you here, to this quiet night, under a sky of familiar stars. But in the Parallel Lives Multiverse, another universe exists where you chose differently. In that world, you're sitting by a window in a distant city, watching rain fall softly on streets you've never seen. In another, you're standing on a mountaintop, the wind carrying the scent of pine, the stars above brighter than you ever imagined. This theory is personal, intimate. It says that every choice, no matter how small, creates a new reality where another you lives out, the other side of that decision. There's a universe where you became a painter, your brush strokes capturing the light of a sunset. No one else has seen. There's one where you're a musician, playing melodies that echo through a city of glass. Each reality is yours, centered on your life, your possibilities, as if the multiverse is a tapestry woven from the threads of your choices. As you listen, imagine yourself floating through this multiverse, a traveler among your own lives. Each reality is a world shaped by a moment, a decision that changed everything. In one, you're walking through a forest where the trees glow with bioluminescent light, your footsteps leaving trails of soft color. In another, you're sailing across an ocean under a sky with two moons, the waves rocking you gently. The Parallel Lives. Multiverse holds all these worlds, each one a version of you, living fully, dreaming deeply, in a reality born from a single choice. This idea doesn't come from equations or experiments, but from the human heart, from our endless curiosity about the what-ifs of my life. What if you had said yes instead of no? What if you had stayed instead of left? The Parallel Lives. Multiverse answers these questions by saying that every what-if is real somewhere. There's a universe where you followed a dream you let go of here, where you're a poet writing verses that shimmer like stars, There's one where you're an explorer, wandering a planet where the ground hums with life. Each reality is a piece of you, a life you could have lived, a story you're still telling. Let's explore one of these parallel lives. Picture a world where you chose a different path years ago, maybe a career you didn't pursue, a place you didn't go. In this universe, you're sitting in a cozy cafe, a notebook open before you, filled with stories only you could write. The air smells of coffee, the windows glow with the light of a setting sun, and you feel a quiet joy, as if this life was always meant to be. This is your reality, your parallel life, and it feels as real as the one you're in now. But somewhere, another you is, living another life, perhaps standing on a beach where the sand sparkles like diamonds, the waves whispering secrets of the cosmos. The Parallel Lives Multiverse is a theory of abundance, but also of connection. It says that every choice you've made, every moment you've lived, is preserved in another reality, another you. There's a universe where you're laughing with friends you've never met in this life, under a sky where comets dance like fireflies. There's one where you're a gardener, tending to plants that bloom in colors no one here could imagine. The multiverse holds all these lives, all these stories, in a gentle embrace, as if every possibility is a gift. Chance to live again. This idea also touches on something deeply human, our longing to explore the paths not taken. We all have moments where we wonder what might have been, where we dream of other lives we could have lived. The Parallel Lives Multiverse makes those dreams real, giving them a home in another reality. In one universe, you're a scientist, discovering secrets hidden in the stars. In another, you're a dancer, moving through a world where gravity is a rhythm. Each life is yours, each one a reflection of who you are, who you could be, who you might dream of being. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this multiverse, a single thread in a tapestry of parallel lives. Each reality is a world, each one a story, and you're the heart of them all. In one, you're reading by candlelight, the words glowing softly on the page. In another, you're flying through a sky where clouds are made of light, their shapes shifting with every thought. The Parallel Lives Multiverse connects these worlds, these lives, through the choices that define them. You don't need to visit every reality to feel their presence. Just knowing they're out there, somewhere, is enough to make the universe feel like a warm, endless embrace. Let's picture one more parallel life. Imagine a universe where you chose to follow a dream you set aside in this reality. You're there, standing in a studio filled with paintings, each one a window into a world only you could create. The air is soft, scented with paint and possibility, and the stars outside shine with a light that feels like home. This is your life, your reality, and it feels as real as the night around you now. But somewhere, another you is living another life, perhaps walking through a city where buildings glow like lanterns, their light reflecting your own dreams. The Parallel Lives Multiverse is a theory of wonder, but also of peace. It tells us that every choice, every moment, lives on in another reality, another you. You don't need to chase those other lives or regret the paths not taken. They're out there, in the multiverse, being lived fully, beautifully, by other versions of you. You're here, in this reality, where the night is calm and the stars are gentle. The multiverse holds countless other lives, but this one is yours, a single story in a book of infinite pages, glowing with the light of your own choices. This idea is like a lullaby sung by the cosmos to soothe your wandering heart. It invites you to let go, to rest in the knowledge that every possibility is real somewhere. In one universe, you're a dreamer, weaving stories that light up the sky. In another, you're a traveler, exploring a cosmos where time flows like a river. But here, you're resting, breathing, listening to the quiet of this night. There are parallel lives. Multiverse holds all these worlds, but this one is enough. A reality where you can lie back, let go, and drift into a place of calm. As you lie there, picture the multiverse as a tapestry of your lives, each thread a choice, each pattern a story. In one, you're a stargazer, naming constellations no one else has seen. In another, you're a poet, your words weaving realities of their own. The parallel lives. Multiverse is a place where every version of you is alive, dreaming, being. You don't need to follow every thread or live every life. You're in this reality, this moment, where the world is soft and the night is kind. Let this idea cradle you like a blanket, woven from your own dreams, carrying you gently into a place of peace, a place where you can rest, safe in the light of this cosmic story. Imagine a cosmos where every dream you've ever had is more than a fleeting vision. It's a glimpse into another reality, a universe, where the impossible becomes real. Picture a multiverse where each time you close your eyes and drift into sleep, you step into a new world. One where your dreams shape existence itself. This is the dream multiverse, a theory that suggests every dream is a doorway to another reality, a place where you live out stories too wondrous for this world. As you lie there, let this idea wrap around you like a soft, starlit blanket, inviting you to float through a cosmos where every dream is a universe, every sleep a journey. The dream multiverse isn't grounded in physics or equations, but in the boundless realm of human imagination, where the lines between reality and fantasy blur. It's a poetic idea, one that takes the fleeting images of your dreams and gives them a home in the multiverse. Every night, when you dream of flying, of distant lands, or of impossible things, this theory suggests you're not just imagining, you're visiting another reality, a universe where those dreams are as real as the stars above you now. In this multiverse, every dream you've ever had, every story your mind has woven, exists somewhere alive and vibrant, waiting for you to return. Let's picture this. Think of a dream you've had, one that felt so vivid it lingered long after you woke. Maybe you were soaring through a sky of endless clouds, your wings catching the light of a golden sun. In the dream multiverse, that wasn't just a dream. It was a visit to a universe where you can fly, where the air is warm and the sky is yours. Or maybe you dreamed of a forest where the trees whispered secrets, their leaves glowing with light. That forest exists in a reality where you walk its paths, listening to its stories. Each dream is a doorway, and the multiverse is filled with countless worlds born from your sleeping mind. As you listen, imagine yourself drifting through this multiverse, a traveler among your own dreams. Each reality is a world shaped by the visions that dance behind your closed eyes. In one, you're a mermaid, swimming through a crystal sea where the water sparkles like diamonds. In another, you're a star, burning brightly in a cosmos where light sings. The dream multiverse holds all these worlds, each one as real as this one, each one a story you've lived in the quiet of sleep. It's a thought that feels both wondrous and comforting, like knowing that every dream you've ever had is out there, waiting for you to return. This theory speaks to the magic of dreams, the way they feel so real, so vivid, even when you wake. In the dream multiverse, they are real. When you dream of a city where buildings float like clouds, you're visiting a universe where gravity is a suggestion, where you can walk through the air as easily as you walk on the ground. When you dream of a loved one you haven't seen in years, you're stepping into a reality where they're with you, laughing under a sky of endless stars. The multiverse is a tapestry of these dreams, woven from the threads of your imagination, each one a world you've touched in sleep. Let's explore one of these dream universes. Picture a world from a dream you've had, where the sky is a canvas of colors you've never seen in waking life. You're there, standing on a hill where the grass is soft as feathers, the air warm and scented with flowers that glow faintly in the dark. The stars above move like fireflies, tracing patterns that feel like stories only you can read. This is your universe, your dream, and it feels as real as the night around you now. Somewhere, another dream holds another you, perhaps, wandering a desert where the sand sings, each grain a note in a cosmic melody. The dream multiverse is a theory of connection, linking your waking life to the infinite worlds of your sleep. It says that every dream is a glimpse into another reality, a universe where the rules of this world don't apply. In one, you might be a poet, writing verses that turn into light, illuminating a sky of liquid stars. In another, you're a traveler, exploring a cosmos where time flows like a river, carrying you through moments that feel eternal. Each dream is a doorway, and the multiverse holds them all, a collection of realities born from the quiet of your mind. This idea also touches on something deeply human, our need to dream, to imagine, to create worlds within ourselves. Dreams are where we fly, where we meet people we've lost, where we live lives we can't in waking hours. The dream multiverse gives those dreams a place to exist, a reality where they're not just fleeting images, but true, living worlds. There's a universe where you're a hero, saving a city that shines like a jewel. There's one where you're a bird soaring over mountains that touch the stars. Each dream is a Kitthust universe, and you're the heart of them all, a dreamer weaving realities with every sleep. As you lie there, imagine yourself as part of this multiverse, a single spark in a cosmos of dreams. Each reality is a world born from your sleeping mind, glowing with the light of your imagination. In one, you're dancing in a ballroom where the floor is made of clouds, the music a melody only you can hear. In another, you're walking through a forest where the trees are made of light, their branches swaying in a breeze that feels like a dream. The dream multiverse connects these worlds, these dreams, through the stories you tell yourself in the quiet of the night. Let's picture one more dream universe. Imagine a world where you dreamed of a lake, its surface smooth as glass, reflecting a sky, filled with stars that pulse like heartbeats. You're there, floating on the water, the air warm and soft, the stars above whispering, stories of their own. This is your universe, your dream, and it feels as real as anything you've ever known. But somewhere, another dream holds another you, perhaps standing in a city where the buildings are made of memories, each one glowing with moments from your life. The dream multiverse holds all these worlds, each one a story, each one a reality you've touched in sleep. The dream multiverse is a theory of wonder, but also of peace. It tells us that every dream is a world, every sleep a journey to another reality. You don't need to understand how these worlds exist to feel their beauty. You're here, In this reality, where the night is calm and the stars are gentle. The multiverse holds countless other dreams, but this one is yours. A single moment in a cosmos of infinite stories, glowing with the light of your own imagination. Let this idea cradle you, like a dream that lingers after waking, carrying you softly into a place of rest. This theory is like a lullaby, sung by the cosmos to soothe your wandering mind. It invites you to let go, to drift through a multiverse, where every dream is real, every story alive. In one universe, you're a painter, brushing colors that turn into stars. In another, you're a wanderer, exploring a cosmos where time is a song. You don't need to chase every dream or live every story. You're in this reality, this moment, where the world is quiet and the night is kind. The dream multiverse holds all these worlds, but this one is enough, a reality, where you can rest, breathe, and let your dreams carry you. As you lie there, picture the multiverse as a tapestry of your dreams, each thread a story, each pattern a world. In one, you're a stargazer, naming constellations that shimmer with light only you can see. In another, you're a poet, your words weaving realities that glow like the night sky. The dream multiverse is a place where every dream is alive, every possibility real. You don't need to follow every thread or visit every world. You're in this reality, this dream, where the stars are soft and the night is gentle. Let this idea wrap around you like a dream you never want to wake from, carrying you into a place of peace, a place where you can rest, safe in the light of this cosmic story. And so, dear listener, we've reached the end of our gentle journey through the multiverse, a tapestry of worlds woven from the threads of wonder and possibility. We've wandered through 12 realms, each one a doorway to a reality beyond our own. From the branching paths of the many worlds interpretation to the shimmering bubbles of the quantum foam multiverse, from the vibrating strings of the string theory landscape to the dreamlike visions of the dream multiverse. Each theory has been a star in the cosmic night, guiding you through ideas as vast as the sky above, as intimate as a whisper in your heart. Now, as you lie there, let these worlds settle softly around you, like a blanket of stardust, cradling you in their quiet glow. The multiverse is an endless expanse, a place where every choice, every dream, every possibility finds a home. But here, in this moment, you're in this universe, this reality, where the night is calm and the stars are gentle. You don't need to chase those other worlds or hold their mysteries in your hands. They're out there, shimmering in the distance, waiting for you in the quiet of your dreams. For now, this world is enough. This moment is yours. A single note in the cosmic symphony, soft and true, carrying you toward rest. Feel the weight of the day slip away, like a star fading into the dawn. Your breath is slow, your body relaxed, your mind adrift in the gentle currents of the cosmos. The multiverse is vast, but it's also kind, holding you in its embrace, letting you float in its infinite sea. If your eyes are heavy, let them close. If your thoughts are wandering, let them drift. The stories we've shared tonight are like lullabies sung by the stars, guiding you toward a place of peace, a place where sleep comes as naturally as the turning of the tides. Each theory we've explored has been a gift, a chance to wonder at the beauty of existence, to imagine worlds where you might fly, or sing, or shine like a star. They're out there, in the multiverse, but you don't need to reach them now. You're here, wrapped in the quiet of this night, where the only journey left is the one into your dreams. Let the multiverse carry you there, its worlds fading into a soft, cosmic hum, a melody that lingers as you sink deeper into rest. Thank you for sharing this journey with me, for letting my voice guide you through the stars. If you found comfort in these tales, let the cosmos bring you back to this place, where more stories wait to soothe your mind and heart. For now, let go of the multiverse. Let go of the day. Let go of everything but the gentle rhythm of your breath. The stars are watching. The night is kind, and sleep is calling. Soft and warm, like a wave lapping at the shore of your dreams. You're safe here, in this universe, in this moment, where the multiverse holds you close. Let its wonders fade into the background. Let its stories become dreams. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the cosmos sing you to sleep. Good night, dear listener. May your dreams be as infinite as the multiverse itself, carrying you to worlds of light and peace.